The
You
normal.
never heard of Grindr?
I personally have not. That is what.
Why don't nobody ever talk about the fact that TD Cakes has an account allegedly on Grindr?
Real life.
It ain't real life. Just ain't
real life street stars. You know what time it is.
Oh yeah. Let me ask you, Jag. And we're gonna break this whole thing down. We're gonna just keep kind of going through this thing. But let me ask you, in your mind, does this now when you look back on the apology, when he was like, "Man, I was effed up," what does that do for like? What are your thoughts on that apology now?
That apology lets all of his victims who haven't come forward yet know nothing's going to happen to me. Nothing's going to happen to me. I'm going to say these words. I'm going to kick some money around, and you going to stay hurt, and I'm going to stay rich. That's what that meant. Where that bottle at? Put a little, pour some sugar on me.
Can I get your take, Jag, on 1,000 bottles of baby oil seized? 1,000 bottles? Like, in your mind, from what you've seen in your life.
All I'll say is before you start singing that song and playing your games, make sure you comb through it for all the pubic hair left behind. I meant what I said. I would have went in there with a hazmat suit. Those are some brave officers. Because they could have got encephalitis just from sitting on the couch. That's why I don't know why they acted like they was in there looking for anything other than physical tape. Because there was so many DNA samples in that house. They could have probably created a whole new race.
Let me ask you, when it comes to the hotels, he said that, or in the indictment, they said that there was people that were hired to clean up after the pre-call. So this is not even the people that's hired by the hotel. These are special people.
No, they had to bring in outside clean. No, this is industrial level foolishness. We talking about?
It's Breaking Bad level.
Imagine what happened. Now you heard the video, you heard the footage with him and the Meek. Now we also know that TD Jakes is allegedly also a power bottom. And he's a much older man. And they say he's very enthusiastic in his endeavors. What happens when he pops something loose? You know what I'm
saying? It's funny because they're mentioning sex workers, but they're not mentioning women. They're mentioning men as sex workers.
Yeah.
Like is that a thing where like there's a website? I mean, what? It's just wild to hear like you mentioned the
you
normal.
You never heard of Grindr?
I personally have not. That is what.
Why don't nobody ever talk about the fact that TD Cakes has an account allegedly on Grindr?
Oh wow.
Grindr is a sex app. It's been around for about 15 years now. It's pretty much where you could put a GPS in an asshole. So you go onto the app and it uses the location. And it routes you to the account of the man closest to you. And then y'all DM and you decide if you're going to do it at the 7-Eleven or do it at the gay club in the bathroom. It's a hookup site for promiscuous gay men.
Wow.
The Grindr.
Jeez.
Why would a bishop have a ghost account?
Grindr. So, yeah, let me ask you. Also in the 14-page indictment.
Grinding.
Oh, not clips. Not clips.
Grinding. Oh, baby.
Not Malice. Oh,
She loved the
oh,
way I Diddy bop. That's what Cameron said.
yeah, we're about to go through all the lyrics again. There was an interview I was watching with, or a video I was watching with Jay-Z and Diddy from back in, I guess early 2000s. We're gonna
Hmm.
go back and watch through all of this
I
because
think you
clue.
need to because everything was done in your face.
Yeah.
They played in all of our faces. All of this stuff was done right in everyone's face. So I want you to imagine how insane it is for the victims who know this is going on, know that the authorities are being paid off, know that no one's going to believe them, and you still got to find a way to survive. Fucking
Without
reality.
even though you're not getting your perp walk, would you like cameras in? I know they don't put cameras in federal court. Would you like to watch this thing unfold?
Oh, I think they're going to make an exception.
Ooh.
Diddy just became the new OJ. America can't afford to turn this bag down.
Oh.
I feel it. I feel a Nancy Grace greatest hits coming up. Sean P. Combs is a bad guy. She called him Sean P. Combs. She actually thought that P. Diddy was his legal name.
Mm. He
Sean
changed.
P. Combs. He's a bad guy.
He recently changed.
You ain't kidding, Nancy. You ain't kidding.
He recently changed his name to Brother Love to Love. Do you think there was a reason behind him changing his name?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's the only lie that would work left. He done lied about everything else. I guess,
Like maybe all these things happened when he was in his Diddy phase and before. Now the love phase, he's on to something
Now
else.
you're saying that this man is suffering from a multiple personality disorder. If that's the case, then we got 4 different predators and they all need to get booked.
Yeah, I think he might look for the
From Puff Daddy to Puffy to Diddy, now to Love.
love.
Oh, let's not forget P Diddy.
P
Yeah,
Diddy.
we got 5 different predators. If we're judging him by the different phases of his depravity, then he needs to be rearrested for the other 4 personalities. Oh
Now,
my
now
God.
they stated that these freak offs lasted for days.
Yeah.
Can your mind imagine going into hour number 72 and you're still getting like I'm still in the bed with this with a sex worker? I'm still
If
being
you
watched in the
remember that
corner.
you got if you remembered.
Shout out Reallyfe Street Stars, nigga. Move. Hey.